So we're on our way back from picking up a couple things for some upcoming projects.
Yeah, they're both 379P hoods. The red one's in pretty good shape. It's got one crack in the one fender. It's not really bad at all. The other one is a black hood, and it's just kind of an empty shell. No fenders, no grill, no headlights, none of that. But it's in pretty good shape too. I would say the black one is probably in a little bit better shape than the red one, but the red one was a better value than the black one because the fenders get kind of costly on these things. Well, everything for a Pete's costly, but they were a decent deal. Actually, a pretty good deal. I got the two of them for what the one really should have cost. So we're gonna get them home, get them unloaded. Okay, so here's the red hood. It's complete. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's got a lot of stone chips and that kind of stuff, which we don't care about because obviously it's going to have to be body worked and all done. The headlights are here. I'm not sure if we'll use those or not. The grill surround is here, and the grill, jury's out. We'll see what happens. I haven't decided yet. It's got some damage like here, and there's the same spot on the other side. You know, just miscellaneous. It's been blue, it's been yellow, it's been red. There might even be, I don't know if that's a gel coat or actually white paint, but it's had a few color changes in its life, that's for sure. And then this black one is not as complete, but this is a Jones Performance hood, and they usually fit really well. And I actually think they're built better than the factory hoods in most cases. They seem to be a lot heavier, thicker fiberglass and so on. This one has a bolt-on hood, or bolt-on fenders I mean, which obviously somebody didn't quite make the mark there, did they? Again, it's pretty bare. It doesn't have the grill surround, you know, it doesn't have headlights, it doesn't have fenders, neither one of them have hinges. I don't really care. Those don't matter to me for what I'm doing. It was more important to get good solid ones that didn't have a lot of damage, really is what I was after. Now in my area, normally a hood like this would start around $1,500 for, this is a 379 standard hood, not an extended. The standard hood works perfect for what I'm doing. I'm very happy with that. This one's the same thing, 379 standard hood, and they should suit what I'm doing perfectly. And you know, for what I gave for the pair of them, it was a good deal. So now you remember I was looking for a sleeper for this, and I wanted a flat top Unibuilt big hole. I wanted the actual Unibuilt sleeper that would fit this truck, and it mounts here and it mounts here, and you put the whole thing on air ride. And that's what I was after to put this build together. Now these two trucks, these two cabs, are two completely different builds. We'll have to get into that when the time comes, but I was looking around, and all at once this 63-inch flat top Unibuilt came available. It was up for sale, and I went and looked at it. And in my area, these things start between usually $1,500 and go up to, you know, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. This one's not perfect. It's got, you know, a dent here, some scratch here. I think these could both be body worked out. The extension fairing has damage, which I don't really care because we don't want them. We'll be taking them off. They did get into the corner just a little bit here. I think I can push that out, and body work it. When I say I'll push it out, have the body shop do the body work, more than likely, not me, but might be able to save it. If not, we can replace a panel. It'll be interesting. So when I looked at this sleeper, it was still in the truck, and I asked the guy who was selling, I said, when you take this off, I want the air ride and the mounts with the sleeper, so let's make a deal for that. And he goes, yeah, it's fine, no problem. So I pay him for it, and I come back to get it, and he has cut the airbags, he's cut the shocks, he's cut the torque arm on both sides. He did all this damage, and then he goes to take the mounts off the frame, which were just 3 bolts. I just didn't understand, and I said, dude, you just cost me 2 shocks, 2 airbags, and a torque arm. This is Peterbilt. You know, this isn't cheap. I mean, it's got a few dents here, which, big deal. So anyways, he ended up giving me another set of suspension parts to help me offset this. This side's in pretty good shape, just some minor scratches is all I see. Like I said, it is a Unibilt. It's a 63-inch flat top, which is what I was looking for. So that worked out pretty well. So here's the other set of mounting brackets for the frame. And on the ones that was actually on the truck, he actually took a torch and cut the leveling valve off. Why would you cut the arm of the leveling valve when that's just a pop-off fitting? It just made no sense to me. So before he took it off, I said, listen, before you take it off, let me take the interior loose, because I want to save this boot. I know a lot of guys probably would just go and buy a new one, but you got to understand that every dollar I save is a dollar I can put somewhere else. I would much rather save money on stuff like this and then put it into the mechanics, suspension, the steering, the brakes of the project. You know, save that money where you can. So he gives me this. This is off a completely different truck. I can't remember if this was Volvo or what it was. And he's like, well, you can just take this and cut it down and shorten it and make it what you need. I'm like, of course, I don't have anything else to do. So the mounts are there. I couldn't remember if the mounts were still on my cab over here, but as you can see right there, they're still there. So that's a good deal. We can go. This will bolt up to it. We will be doing a color change. The 2 of them. We're not going to have either one of these colors, but yeah, we were able to save the boot. I was pretty happy about that. We got the interior trim. It's old, it's dated, it's dirty from sitting around. I don't really care about all that, because we'll redo the interior completely. I want everything in here to be new, just like the cab, so it can be a nice, pretty interior. And then I found this sleeper. This is off an International. This is a Benz. It's a 60-inch sleeper, also a flat top. It's an all aluminum construction as well. It's not an air ride, it's a solid mount, which, you know, that's okay. It doesn't really matter. My plans for this one are not for either one of them Peterbilts. But again, before that guy took it off, I said, hey, let me take that boot off, because that boot is all one piece, the same thing as a Peterbilt, and I really didn't want to have to go and buy a new boot, you know, and have to piece it in the middle. That's one piece. I'd like to keep it that way, you know. Pretty decent shape. Not any real damage. I mean, the paint's in rough condition. We got one little mark right there and a dent right there. I think that will come out with body work. Not a big deal. Overall, pretty good shape. We don't need these lower fairings, so we'll be taking that stuff off. So that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy about that. I guess there is a little mark right there. We may just cut these out and replace this back panel. You know, go up here above that and just roll it around and replace it. That might be interesting. Of course, I'd have to get one of those Huck guns for these little rivets. I have to talk with Ezra, Easy Rider 359, and see which one he's got that he uses. But anyways, I don't really need these brackets up there. We'll probably get rid of them. Again, we'll take these off of that, and we'll take the extensions off of this as well. We don't need or want these. This one's got a little bit of a push in it, you know, where they've rubbed something, so I have to take care of that. But overall, I mean, it's decent. Definitely usable for what we're going to do. I'll take care of that there, bolt hole, or a mouse hole, whatever you want to think it is. A couple more pieces of the puzzle. So they're coming together. I really didn't expect to get this many parts this fast. So you know, we might be going on this project sooner than I thought. I mean, I really didn't think I'd be able to find a flat top sleeper this quick, because around here, if they're a decent deal, they're pretty hard to come by. And I paid less for both of these than I have seen one of these in the last probably 6 months. They're always a lot more than what I paid, and I got both of them. So it was a pretty good day. I was pretty happy with it. So anyways, guys, that's what we got. That's all the pieces of the puzzle coming together. Again, like I said, when you do this, you're doing a build like this, you can run into a lot of money in a hurry, and it pays to keep your eyes open and look for those deals, right? Because I found another guy that has one of these cabs, and a tree fell on it, and he doesn't want a lot of money for it, but it has all the gauges, the heater box, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna see if I can hook up with him and go pick that thing up. It's reasonable, and it gives me a lot of the trinket items that I'm missing. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're as anxious and excited to see this build come about as I am. So stick around, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.